once again to Kenny's Global Links. For today we will be making a simple top. So what we'll be using to make this top, we've got some leftover dark blue velvet fabric, and then we've got some African print fabric in there. So we'll be just adding a little bit of this fabric to the arm, a little bit around the neck, and somewhere at the bottom as well. Okay, so basically what I've got here so far, I've already traced out what I want to cut out, and I've used 26 right down there. That's for the length of the top. I've got 26 in there. I just want to show you there. So it depends on your size anyway. So I've got 26 going through all. That's for my size, so you can measure your size, how long, it depends on how long you want it to really. And then for the width, I've got 22 on this side, so it depends on how. Mind you, I'm going to smoke the bottom, and I'm using this fabric as well. Okay, and then it's going to be a round neck. Most of my top I make the V-neck, but I've chosen to make the round neck. So once again, welcome to Kenny's Global Link, which, remember, Kenny's Global Link is made up of the health and nutrition, the creative skills, sewing, which is part of the creative skills, and the IT section. So today, once again, we're on the sewing creative skills, and it's still tied to sustainability because some of these fabrics are leftover fabric, so we're trying to combine things to make something useful out of it. So come on then, enough of the introduction, let's get sewing. Right, so here is the cutout in here. Now I've got this all cut out. You can see the measurement. Remember, I used 3 by 5 in there, about 6 depending on how wide you want the neck, and then down here I've got 26 by 20, depending, just measure your size. So this is a very simple blouse I'm showing you here. So the next thing I'm going to do, because I want to attach some of this fabric, I'm going to cut out a little bit which will go with the arm, and then I'll have to cut about 4 inches as well to go down here over here at the bottom. So just put your measurement, a very simple method. If you got your pattern, you can use your pattern, but I'm doing this for people who don't have the pattern. It's just a very simple way of making a very beautiful combination, combined black. Right, so I've finished with the cutting now. Like I earlier mentioned, I'm going to join somewhere on the arm a bit of the African print, which is that one. Okay, so depending on how long you want it, you can just add whatever length you want. And then over here I will be adding this design here as well, so I've cut it to go for the neck. I'll show you how I'm going to sew it, because this one I'm not going to do both right sides together when I'm sewing it, because I want the front of this to be on the front of that one. So I will explain how I'm going to do that bit as well. And then down here as well, I've got 4 inches of this same fabric as well, so I will be adding that to the bottom. But overall, here we go. So we've got both front and back side of this fabric, which is the velvet, and this design is only for the front. I've not got it at the back as well. Also, I'll be using the elastic because I'm going to put a bit of elastic around the arm just to add a bit of smoke on it. Same thing on the bottom, I'll add a bit of the elastic to add some smoke on it. And optional for the neck, when you've cut out this design, you can just have a slit in between there and that one as well. Okay, so the next thing is this zip. Remember not to cut for the second one of this fabric though. Then here I've got the zip as well, which will be going in between. So let's get sewing. So I'm just going to start by joining the arms now. Okay, this extension over there, I'll join this to this. Remember, it should be right sides together. Okay, that side with the right side, so join them all together, and then right. So I'm like I said, I'm beginning to join them now, and what I have here is on the side of the velvet fabric and that one. So remember, it's on this particular one, it's right sides together. Okay, so I've got this bead and I'm just going to join it just like that, and then we'll begin to sew. So this is a very simple top, simple blouse for people who are just new learning how to sew. It's a very simple one. You don't really need your pattern, and just sew. All right, so let's do your back stitching, and there we go. So that's the first joining in there. I'll show you what it looks like. There we go. So repeat same thing, join the rest of them, and then I'll show you how to match them. Right, so this is all nicely joined in there now. You can see that. So the next stage is just to do the neck, which is over there. And to join this one, remember, it's not going to be both right sides together. So for your main fabric, it's going to be the wrong side of the main fabric and the right side of the design, which you want to appear in the front. Okay, so wrong side with the right side. Unlike your usual sewing, which will be right sides together, this is wrong side with the right side. So we're just going to sew this now. Right, so there we go. We've all nicely joined those two pieces. Remember, like I said, you have to join the right side of the main this side, yeah, right side with the wrong side. There we go. So now I'm just going to turn them to other side, and there we go. So that's what you have, and then afterwards you just top stitch. Like, I'm just trying to make the video not to look too long, but if there's any question, feel free to ask. So there we go, iron it out and then you top stitch. And remember, here now becomes the front of your fabric. So this is what you're gonna have. So that's why I said, remember, you have to do right side of this one with the back side, unlike what you normally do right sides together. So we did back with the front. So I'm gonna iron it out and then top stitch right round. Now that we've done the top stitching on the side, bringing this design to the front, okay, the next thing we'll want to do is to use your zigzag. You can choose any one of your choice from the zigzag there, just by turning it to that way. Okay, you can turn it to that way. You can use that one, you can use any one of your choice. So but use the zigzag and then go on the side just to top stitching again, but with the zigzag on this side, which we've earlier on cut out. Remember, we didn't use the normal scissors, we used the pinking shears to make this zigzag design. So use your pinking shears when you're cutting out this part as well. So I'm just going to use the zigzag to run around it all throughout, all the way to the other one as well. Right, so here is the zigzag, what I was trying to explain. Okay, I'm trying, like I said, not to get the video quite lengthy, so that's why some I might just do off camera. So that's what it looks like. Just do the zigzag and match on top of it. Yeah, top stitching. Alright, so here is it after the top stitching. You can see that on the closer range. There we go, and that's what the front will look like. Okay, so next stage is for us to now join it. Remember, we started with the arm, the extension, and then we put the one which the design which goes on the neck, and then now we need to join the two sides, the front side and the back side, which is that one. Okay, right, for the back, this is how I've decided to hem the neck. Okay, so rather than placing with the second fabric, I just started to do a double fold. So it's just double fold and sew along. That's for the back of the neck. Okay, the back cloth. Now we're gonna do the down, which I already mentioned. I will be smoking a little bit of it, which is over here, and then we attach it to the bottom of the dress, and we're nearly there. So remember, we had the 4 inches which we did cut out for the down of the top. So I've just smoked it. I've done this off camera. You can check a previous video on how to smoke, but that's it there. If you want it a bit more fuller, you can go all the way to 2 or 3, but I've just decided to do only 2 lines of that. Okay, check a previous video on, say, a black one, a black top. We're doing some smoking, and check on there to get an idea of how to do smoking. That's if you don't know how to do that, but that's it on this one. So I'm just gonna attach it now to the rest of this clothes. There we go. So here once again is the smoking. Remember, I've done for the down of the top. I'm also doing some for the sleeves. Okay, it's a 3/4 sleeves. So just stretch your elastic and then pull. You pull it alongside. If you've done the first round, just pull it alongside that way, and then you have a beautiful smoke, either for your blouse. There we go. Right, so this is the smoke now for the down. Okay, I'm gonna use this side. Remember, for this one is going to be the right sides together. So this is how I'm gonna place it, and then you right sides together, place it and sew just like there. Okay, That same thing I've done with the arm as well. I didn't show the video of the arm, but that's it. So just place it like that, and then sew. You have it that way.